Hello friends, I'm Champion Mahipal. Today we are going to learn about Java. Introduction of Java. So, what is Java? Java is a framework as well as a programming language. So, Java was developed by Sun Microsoft in 1991. Later, Oracle purchased Java in 2010. Okay, so now we should know what are the different editions which are given by the Java for different type of work. As Java can perform many works like software development, website development, etc. So Java has given different editions for performing different function. So what are these editions? First one of them is J2SC, Java Second Standard Edition. It is also known as Core Java. It is basically used for software development. Then the other edition is J2EE, Java Second Enterprise Edition, which is particularly used for web development and also called Advanced Java. And the another edition is J2ME, that is Java Second Micro Edition. It is used for micro level programming. Okay, so these are the additions which are used in the Java for different purposes. And Java is not only a language, it is also a framework. It provides the complete entire framework for creating the software. Okay, so we will learn about Java in our few next lectures. Okay, thank you very much. Hello friends, I am Champion Mahipal. Today we are going to learn about features of Java. So there are some features of Java which makes Java very much popular than the other programming languages. So today we are going to learn about these features which make Java more popular than the other programming languages. So the first feature is object oriented. Java is object oriented language, so it supports all the features which are supported by a object oriented language like polymorphism, inheritance, etc. Then it is platform independent. It is the most important feature of Java which makes Java most popular language. Platform independent means if we make a program on one operating system and try to run it on the other operating system, other programming language doesn't support the program to run on the another operating system without again compiling it. But Java supports that you can run the program which is created on the one operating system on the other. Means it is platform independent. We will learn about this, how this is platform independent, in our next lectures. Then extendability. It is extendable. It has a large library. We can also create our own library and use it in the future and extend our present library, and this is extendability. It is achieved using inheritance. Then robust. Java is robust language. It is very strong language. It has automatic garbage collection and it doesn't contain pointer. It makes it robust. Then open source. It is open source means source of this Java library can be easily downloaded from the internet. Then freeware. There is no cost for downloading this Java. You can easily download it from the site of the Java, that is from Oracle. Then it is secure. It is more secure than the other programming languages because it is executed within the JVM. We will learn about this in the future lectures. So we can now only learn that it is more secure than other languages. And the another feature is easy to learn. The function names and the syntax is very simple, so we can easily learn this. And one another thing is it doesn't contain pointers, so this makes it more easier than the other languages. This is about features of Java. Thank you very much. Hello friends, I am Champion Mahipal. Today we are going to learn about how Java is platform independent. So with the help of this diagram, we can understand the different layers of the computer system. First of all, we have a hardware layer. Then above the hardware we have operating system. In simple computer system, the application layer interacts directly with the operating system, and that operating system deals with the hardware to perform the action. But when we use Java, a framework is installed. That framework contains JVM, that is Java Virtual Machines. It makes another layer between the application layer and operating system layer, which performs all the functionalities and execution process of Java programs. In this layer, the bytecode which is generated by compiling the Java file is executed. This JVM also makes the Java program more secured. Okay, so now we know that there is a JVM, but now we want to know why it is platform independent. It is platform independent because there are two things in the Java. One is compiler and another is interpreter. The compiler compiles the program code and it gets converted into bytecode. Let us suppose there is one program that is written in the .java and one operating system second and third all compiles it and convert it into a bytecode. In any computer system which has a JVM uses the same bytecode to run the program, so we can copy our or put our bytecode in any of the operating system, that is OS1, OS2 and OS3. And JVM contains an interpreter. JVM contains an interpreter which interprets the bytecode into the desired form which is required by the operating system. So when we execute the bytecode using the interpreter with the different operating system, the output will be shown, which makes the Java platform independent. So we can know that JVM makes Java platform independent. And there are two more things, one is JDK and another is JRE. JDK is used to develop the Java applications. JDK works in this part, compiling part. JDK contains the compiler, and the JRE is this part. It is interpreter part which makes the output. So we need both JDK and JRE to create and run the Java program. Okay, this is about how Java program is platform independent. Thank you very much. Hello friends, I am Champion Mahipal. Today we are going to learn about the requirements for the development of Java programs. So first of all we will require JDK, that is Java Development Kit, which is used to compile the program and convert it into bytecode. Then we require JRE, that is Java Runtime Environment, which is used to interpret our bytecode in the desired output. Then the third thing we require is text editor, that is Notepad, or any IDE, that is Integrated Development Environment, for example NetBeans. We can download all these three things from the website of Oracle. You can use any other IDE, but NetBeans is an official IDE for the development of Java programs. But we will learn to develop Java program by using IDE as well and without IDE as well. Okay, so you can easily download JDK JRE package and IDE also if you want, and install in a simple process in your computer to make this Java program. Thank you very much. Hello friends, I'm Champion Mahipal. Today we are going to learn how to set path of JDK bin folder. The path is need to be set in the environment variables so that we can compile and run Java program from any directory of our window. Okay, so now first of all we should need to open the our Java folder, that is in the C program files, then Java, then JDK 1.7. I have JDK 1.7. okay, then in bin, then you have to right click on any of these files, then click on properties, then copy the path, that is location, and copy this, copy. Now you have path which you have to put in the variables, external environment variables, then close it and close this also. Then right click on the my computer, then click on properties, then advanced system settings, then environment variables, then in system variables find the path and click on edit. In the last you should write semicolon, then paste your path, then again put semicolon and click on OK. Now you have paths is set, then click on OK and OK, and then close this. Now restart your computer to make that path effective. This is how you can set the path of your bin folder. Thank you very much.